Expansive is our new miniature war game coming out the 2nd of June at the UK Game Expo. Now this is a World War I Great War inspired game, and basically it's 28mm combat in trenches, in the deep dark trenches of World War I primarily. So there'll be expansions, and there'll be more than just the standard combat.
Okay, so I'll let you explain everything.
So, this is the basic demo game. So you'll be the British, and I'll give you your nice little sheet there, just as a helpful hint. So low is always good, high is always bad. For this game we're only going to use advantage, though there would be disadvantage. And basically that works by a dice. This for example, you can't see on the camera, but so you'll have a low dice. Let's say 1 for example, would be good. That's if you've got advantage, you'll use that one. But if you rolled at the same time as 6 and you had disadvantage with that miniature, you would have a very bad time. That would be a miss kind of thing. So that's how that works. How you read the stats is RA is ranged attack, MA is melee attack, RD ranged defense, ND melee defense. HP is health points, will save is WS, and movement is, well, movement, isn't it? So it's move. So it's kind of, I like to keep it simple, very straightforward. Line of sight in this demo is just very much a base to base kind of deal. You know, if you can see the base, wonderful. No disadvantage function in this one. It's just purely for the sake of keeping it all running smoothly. We also have a scatter dice as well that comes in it, and basically you roll that when you're doing the event phase if you need to do an artillery piece or something. So, but we'll play with the blast templates as well. So, which you'll also get in the book, because they'll come with the sort of book. So you print, photocopy them, and then do that. But we're using. You can also use old school plastic ones if you have them. Movement is also front of base to front of base, very much like front level emergency response. You always use the lowest number if you have advantage, which we always will. In this, I've not factored in any. So even if you would have disadvantage, it won't come up in this game. And that's it really. So the first thing we do is roll for initiative, which is a combination of the 2 dice that we roll. So do you have dice already over there?
I can't see any.
Oh, there they are. So so we'll roll, and I'll roll mine over here just so you can see. Okay, so I win that one. So I've got the initiative. So for this, I'm going to do gas, which is the first one. Usually you roll for this. And let's say, for example, you rolled a 7, which I just did, actually, you will actually have nothing happen. But for the sake of the game, just so you get a taste of what we do, I'm going to use gas, which is a large blast template to signify it's going into the trench, and I'm going to put it there. While it would technically hit mine, I then have to roll scatter dice, like old school. Oh, I've got a direct hit, I did it. So it's hit those 2. So now we have to roll to see if, against our will saves, to see if we put our gas mask on. So that's 1 each. So what we'll do is the will save is 3. So I've got advantage. You'll always need to roll 2 dice.
Okay.
Always roll 2 dice. And so but that would have been fine anyway because you've got 1. So so we're both fine. So we didn't gas, but we can also leave that there, or sort of thereabouts, until the next turn. As it's gas, it's going to linger a bit, you know. Okay, so then because I've got the initiative, I will move first. So my movement for my officer, who is down here, is 6. So I'm going to charge into you. Now I can see you, so I'll charge in. So that will give me advantage on my attack, and I'll also go first because I was within 6 inches. Now you could run away. Your officer could run away from my officer, but I would get an attack of opportunity at disadvantage. But so that happens. So being that I don't think anyone's going to move in there, I'm just going to take off ease. So now you will move a miniature. You can
use one of your lovely bookmarks that you keep trying to give away to everybody.
Oh, you know, well,
let's have a look. I'm actually going to use it to get myself into a bit of cover.
Oh, very small. Ooh, okay. So yeah, that would give me disadvantage when I try and shoot you. So there is also special rules like move and shoot, and for the sake of this game, there isn't any rules like that. So, so you can shoot with advantage, but generally, if you didn't have move and shoot, you would have disadvantage. So I'm going to move mine. So my private only moves 4. So he's going to try and catch up with you, and move there. So it's front of base to front base kind of thing. So your turn again.
Okay.
So there is also a guy over there as well. Sort of with me.
I think that's the ideal time to charge and just get it.
Perfect. Yeah, we'll move them there just for ease of the forward really, because that's a narrow spot, but it's fine. So as it's my initiative, we're going to do shooting first. Shooting always comes first. So I'm going to shoot at you. So I'll roll 2d6. And I will, as a private, so I'll need to get 2 or lower. I got 2, so that's fine.
Defense is
1. So it's 1 all done. So if you don't get a 1, he's gone. So he tried, but he failed to sort of secure himself a win. So, but luckily no one else saw that. So usually, if someone saw that, it would cause them to have a disadvantage, or they would have to do a morale check. But for the sake of this, no one saw it. So now we'll do this one. So I charged in. So what we'll do is I'll roll my officer's melee attack, which is 3. So I need 3 or lower. I've got a 2.
Okay. So the melee defense is 2.
Perfect. Good save. Okay. So now you will attack me.
So his attack is 4.
Perfect. Now I need to roll 2 or less. He's dead. So you've killed my officer. You'll get a gold point for that. I got first blood, so I also got a gold point for that. So we're 1-1 at the moment. Now we're on this one, but you charged in, so you actually beat the initiative order, and you will go first.
So melee attack is 3.
Perfect. So I need to roll a 2 or die. Oh, double 6.
That's my level of luck.
I've never had a double 6, so I really get them. Well, actually, I'd say never is a lie, but So I've got a double 6, so he's gone. So you're now free. No, he didn't see that either, although he was too busy shooting there, so he doesn't have to do a morale check. But sometimes they do if they're sort of close and you see it, so then we would, kind of resolve everything that's resolved. So now it's the next phase is initiative again.
Double 6.
Wonderful. So I win that one. So he's going to turn, which is free. He still only moves 4 because he's a private. So he's going to run down the ramp, and he's going to arrive there. And now it's your turn. Okay. Oh no, we actually missed a phase. Ignore that. I'll move him back up there for now. But that's where I will go. So now we've got to do the second event phase. Which is Iron Ration in this case.
Right.
So I'm going to try and kill your officer, so I'm going to put that there. That would be there. So now, basically, I need to roll a scatter. Direct hit. So he's hit you, you suffer 1 wound, and you're dead. Because that's an artillery shell to the face. So that usually ends badly for people. So basically, that's good. And now I'll move down there because he wants to try and find someone else. Maybe secure an objective.
I'll move back over that one.
So he's going to come around there. And we can't see each other. So there's no ranged attack, nothing like that. So no morale. And so we'll move on to the next one. So what we'll do is we'll roll initiative again. Win that one. So I'm going to let you have Iron Rations now, so I assume you're going to want to go there. Okay, so now roll just so you can 5 that way, so it sort of hits there. The dice don't like you at all, do they?
No, that's normal for me.
Wow, okay, so now you have the initiative, so you'll move first. So he's there, so want me to move you sort of about roughly there? There we go. So he's making his way downtown, walking fast, and he'll run around the corner there. So now you can take a shot if it's a shot. So for this, I'm not worrying about the distances, but there is distances in the game.
So a range attack at 3,
Yep.
and a 1 and a 3.
Perfect. That's a hit. I got a 1 though.
Yep.
Look at that. My range, you know. Oh, the dice are like me. I'm going to shoot back though. My shooting. I got a 1, so that's fine.
So range defense is 1.
No, he's dead. So yeah. It's as simple as that, really. So, you know, it's very quick. That's what I wanted it to be. I wanted it to so 2 players could just get it out of the box, play it quick. It shouldn't need to be super complex. It has the tactical complexity that people want, but when you're learning, you can do it as simple as what we just did. That for me is as simple as it is. Really, it's just about trying to make it fun while a narrative based as well. And then the narrative can build a lot of fun into a game. So that's kind of what I wanted. So this also goes along with threat level as well, which has a very similar system. So trench offensive actually, I was playtesting a lot of trench, and that went into third edition. So how sort of everything works helps with that. So they sort of work together. There is different bits and bobs with these, you know. And that's the kind of it's a fast-paced combat game. In World War I, it was fast-paced and it was in a trench, and you're gonna get, if you're like, generally if you were on the top, for example, like he was, or the other guy was, every round that he's over the top, he has disadvantage, and he will be trying to be, like, you know, potentially shot at. So you'll have to roll on the top check, and you'll do that against a roll check, and he would have been fine on that one, but potentially he's sniped, or there's an artillery shell, there's fragments gone over there, or, you know, he's tripped over and tangled himself into some wire or whatever. You know, it's all sort of seen off camera, but at the same time he's potentially instantly wounded, and he's just on top. But if he jumps into combat, so if he's like there and there's this guy, he jumps down, he gets quite a bonus. So he gets advantage and double advantage. So if he rolls 2 1s, he does an instant wound instantly, so there's no saving against that one. And then there's also the save against the melee. So it adds that extra complexity. Like, actually, if I'm up there, it suffers for a short time, but I can do a lot more damage when I jump down and hit them with my shovel. Also, when you're doing, if let's say for example the officer will have a 4, my officer will have a 4 for example, because that's melee attack, because he's got a melee weapon, so he's using his melee weapon to his advantage, and he'll hit for 4 instead of 3. But if it's my private, for example, he still only hits on the 4, but it might change the the hit happens.
That makes sense. Kill that. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please click on the like button below so that I know what people like and I know what to make more of. Alternatively, if you've enjoyed it and think you'd like to see more, please click on the subscribe button. That way you get notified by YouTube whenever I bring out a new video. And you never know, there might be something in there that you hadn't considered, because I do cover a variety of things on the channel. And finally, if you have a little bit of cash going, I now have a Patreon account. I'm always looking for patrons, because at the end of the day, let's be perfectly honest, it's a good way for me to get a little bit of money that will use to buy review items or to travel to museums and so on. I don't put a huge amount on that. At the minute, all we've got is one tier charging £1 a month, which just, as I say, helps cover my costs. See you soon.